Hello, hi guys. Today I'm gonna talk about all the books that have made me cry, not because they were bad, but because they were so incredible, powerful, and made me feel a lot of things all at once. And I love heartbreaking books, books that make me cry, books that break my heart into a million pieces. Those are the kind of books that I love to read. So, in no particular order, the first one is The Beartown by Frederick Backman. Frederick is one of my favorite authors. He's one of those authors that can make you cry and laugh your heart out in the very same sentence. This book is about a town called Beartown, whose existence depends on ice hockey, and you come to so deeply care about the characters in the book. You feel like you're a resident of that town, and it's very hard to put it down. It's heartbreaking, it's powerful, it's incredible. You should read it. The second recommendation is also from the same author. It's called A Man Called Oof by Frederick Backman. It's about a grumpy old man who is, annoyed and frustrated with everyone and everything around him because of how stupid they seem. And he's trying to take his own life, but things keep happening. And it's hilarious. It's a beautiful love story. It's There's also a movie adaptation to it. I have watched that, but I didn't really like it. The movie doesn't even close to do justice of how incredible, how beautiful the book is. And yeah, I would recommend reading the book if you haven't already. It's a very popular book, so I'm sure a lot of people might have read it. But yeah, if you haven't, this is your sign. The third book recommendation is also from Frederick Backman. This is called Anxious People. It is basically about this real estate viewing that is interrupted by a man who tries to take those people hostages. And Yeah, it works in time lapse where basically you get to know about the characters involved in the hostage, their past, and then there's this present situation where they're kept being taken as hostages. And there's also you go to and also these interviews happening in the police stations, where the police is basically trying to determine was taking who was involved in this. So yeah, it's a great book. I read it a while ago, and it's a great book if you wanted to give it a try. And Frederick also has a very similar way of writing. So if you read one of these books, and you're given like if you read all of his books and if you don't know the author to them, who the author is, you will know there's only one author that has written all of these books, if I'm making any sense, because he has a very similar way of writing. So if you enjoy one of his books, you will enjoy all of the books written by him, because there's a way of writing which is very consistent in all the books that he writes. Another book recommendation is My Friends by Frederick Backman. This is about art and friendship and everything that comes with it. The two main characters in the book, called Louisa and Ted, have such a cute age dynamic. And at the center is this painting, which is believed to be about sea, but it's really about three friends. And when Louisa happens to find this out, she asks Ted how this painting came into existence, and then Ted narrates the story of their friendship, the three friends that were in the past. And yeah, and they I don't know how to summarize this book, because there's no other way to summarize this book. And if you have read Frederick Backman before, his writing style is very similar in this book also. So if you have loved previously his writing, you will love this book. This another book recommendation is called A Pearl That Broke Its Shell by Nadia Hashmi. The story follows a character called Rahima, who's born into a family with no brothers, and her father is lost to drinking. So she basically becomes this bacha poach, where she dresses up as a man, and and does do, and so she can do normal things like go outside, go to school, and buy things. And but her life takes a huge turn when she's married off to a man as old as her father, and then she has to navigate through life with other wives of his husband and her mother-in-law. And yeah, you get very invested in Rahima's story, and I basically was looking forward to reading this book every day. So you can give this book a try. It's heartbreaking. This book will leave a mark on you. The character development, the writing, the storytelling, everything is incredible. Khalid Hosseini doesn't hold back from writing about abuse, violence, anything. It's very laid out on the paper. It's everything for you. There's nothing like if you have read Kite Runner, more of the emotions are left for the reader's imagination, but here it is very laid out on the paper for you to experience. And the story follows this character called Mariam, who's married off at 15 to a man 30 years older to her, and later Leila comes into her life. This story is set in the backdrop of Taliban and terrorism, and the one that you have to experience it for yourself. There's no summary that I can provide you. You have to experience this book, and I had to pause so many times because of how heartbreaking and how much it was hurting, but I couldn't stop. This book will be with you forever. And yeah, I think you should give this book definitely a try if you haven't already. Another book recommendation is called The Stationery Shop by Marjan Kamali. It is set in Tehran, where these characters called Roya and Behman fall in love at first sight in a stationery shop. Without spoiling too much, I'll say it's a beautiful love story that spans over decades from their teenage life to their adulthood. It's a beautiful love story. It is a little heartbreaking, but very less compared to all of the books that I've recommended before. So yeah, you can give this book as well a try. I haven't read much from this author. Was my first book from this author, if I'm recalling correctly, but it is a very beautiful. So these were all the books that made me cry, broke my heart, and reminded me why I love reading these kind of books that make me feel everything so deeply. If you're into a book like these two, I can't recommend these book enough. And if you have read these already, do let me know what you thought about these books. And yeah, also if you have any recommendation, do let me know. Thank you. That's all.